Welcome to Blog Talk Radio. Please hold and you'll be able to listen to the show. You are now in the host queue.
Fremont, comrade. Oh, that's me. It's me. Yeah. Okay, for Fremont. Hands up, eyes open, and fists clenched. Y'all know what this is, how we do this. Get somebody up, no, not somebody, everybody. Take a pause for the calls. Let's get locked and loaded for another episode of Fremont Radio. We are not at the Intellectual Radio Studios today. We are coming live from the Hampton House. We expect to have some Wi-Fi internet issues. One, we have a strong signal. Two, there's a storm that's been off and on going on, and I think Chicago, really the entire Midwest area. So y'all bear with us for that. I mean, this storm is intense. Thought it was over after I think 2 days ago, but it's still going on. In fact, you can hear the sound like hail. Like little sound of hail is coming down. I'm not sure if it sounds like it, but I'm on Instagram. We on Facebook. And also on YouTube Live, Chairman Fred Jr. So someone can put a post on my page, let people know that we're live on my YouTube page. We got a number of subject matters we're going to go into. We debated on even having the show. We're going to cancel the show to tomorrow for a number of reasons. But we're going to go on the road with this. We're going to roll today. Call the numbers 929-477-3785, then press 1. We expected a guest who called in a few weeks ago for her to come in, talk about the work that she's doing in her respective organization. We hope our deputy chairman from Paris, France, calls in, Deputy Chairman Franco. What's happening in France for the last, I believe, 6 days. Talk about also the campaign the Black Panther Party calls to retreat from the city. Let me know if it's air conditioning, if it's the background noise is too loud, and I cut it down for those who calling in. But definitely, the retreat from the city. We went to the farm today. Go on Connie Wade's page and my page. There's some phenomenal pictures with the youngsters. You know, we trying to take the youngsters about, out this toxic environment. Get a change of pace. New ground, new air, new sounds, different sounds, I won't say new. That's in such a matter. And also, I'm not sure if it's the 8th or 10th year I've had the fortune to be in contact, not only in contact with, though not face to face, a very respectable and intense ongoing work, diligent relationship with Brother Hess of the P.O.P.S movement, his birthday is today. We expected his family, but there was some issues. They had some other things get sidetracked. In fact, I'm kind of glad that they didn't make it with the storm. The storm was intense. They're gonna make it here soon. Not today, you know what I'm saying? Again, so those who traveling, be real careful, y'all. Storm is intense out there. But we're going to talk about, I believe it's a 10th year. It seems like, forever and a day, you know what I'm saying? Been with Brother Hess. And in fact, even talking about the Fremont Radio, the constant, the push or the UMPH, the motivation, you know what I'm saying, in regards to even getting the Freedom on Radio rolling. This force, though, man, it was a post put up recently. Someone said, don't let these guys getting out of jail outshine y'all been out, on the streets for years. This force, man, though held down, held captive. I'm talking about, man, he holds it down. This again, phenomenal cat, man, phenomenal. And I mean, I'm flashing back the first time I came on his radio on the platform, and it was the knee high. I was in the back porch, brother Dr. Jackson, and came on the show, and just it really helps up the end of the bar. Like, okay, man, and the dedication, and even at the event gathering in Atlanta, Georgia, I believe. I think I'm gonna go 10 years. We was debating if it was 8 or 10 years, but just his ability to feel, the work, even, I mean, not to move on, as we say, move on a pivot, and then he's not even physically there to still be able to, get a sense of a feel of people. And that's something that you have to be able to grasp, even organize. Minister Huey P. Newton never met Field Marshal George Jackson face to face. They never met face to face. However, kind of like Richard Pryor said, that being a peopleology, you study people, you got to move. And this force has been doing it, quite so long. Just again, and keeping us updated on what's happening in the microcosm of our community. I say microcosm of our community was Malcolm X said. Minister Huey P. Newton said prisons are microcosm outside community. Malcolm X said America's self represents prison. He spirit, his morale, whatever he's facing, always up, concerned about others, with what's going on out there. In fact, the initial trip to get down there to the event 10 years ago, I recalled him, making phone calls to get me a bus, get me a comrade as a bus ticket to get there, And this doesn't even touch on his resume, I wish the birthday could be, right out here where we're supposed to be at. But again, we're gonna make sure we recognize present day forces such as this here, man. We live and direct. Say Star, I see you in the building. Right on. Free them all. Y'all bet with us when we say cub with us. Because it might be, I ain't gonna say that. We might have some internet interruption because the Wi-Fi thing is kind of weak. And y'all can hear that background storm. It's going down. 2 days ago, y'all seen the floods. They happened in Chicago and surrounding suburbs. It sounds real crazy out there now. So be real careful if you out, And we had some bags. Cub care bags. That's what they are. Panther Cub care bags for some youth. The P.O.P.S movement supposed came through. They couldn't make it today. We got them. We live direct, y'all. 929-477-3785. To my brother Najee Islam. I mentioned Najee Islam today also. I was doing an interview on the Carl Nelson show. I was rushing this morning, and we was talking about the situation, still following up in regards to the case. Sister Carlisha Hood and her son, 14-year-old child, and case of Jeremy Brown. And some of the questions were like, what's the present administration, what it's like? So we're still getting a feel of it and what's happening. But I also pointed out, I'm kind of yielding for, I like the the usual suspects, the opportunists, they try, let them be distinguished from us. And this brother here is not one of the usual suspects. Brother Najee Islam, brother who I got a lot of love, respect for, and we're going to be consistent shouting out this event that's coming up with this brother, and some of the, I don't know if we put out, but some people from all walks of life, from religious communities to some, city officials supposed to be there, and definitely, those from, as we say, from the valley. We are not the ops. It's a basketball event. Y'all go to this page, July 15th. July 15th. It starts at 12. I got concerned. I'm rushing through social media, Facebook, social media. I see something that said we are here now. I said, damn, I was late last year and missed it. I remember Cassandra Greer, Dr. Sean, others was there. But make sure y'all check this out and repost this. This is July 15th. Repost this, y'all. Not G Islam. Let's go to this page. Sister Comrade, do we have any callers in queue as of yet? 929-477-3785. It's going down. It's going down. Am I still on? Fremont, am I still on? On air? Fremont's coming. Am I still on air? Okay, I'm gonna call back. I may have been dropped. I may have got dropped. Not by us. But you know about it. You know who. Give me 1 minute, y'all. Let me see if I can call back in because I'm still on. One second. Man, from firecrackers to I'm not getting no reception. Man.
Blog Talk Radio. Welcome to Blog Talk Radio. P.O.P.S. You are now in the host queue. Unmuted.
Back on?
Yeah, come on, brother Jeff.
Fremont, any callers in queue?
Yeah, brother Hess is on the line. Real on.
Wow. Right on. And the words of Brother Hess already. Oh yeah? Is that the Brother Hess? Peace and blessing, love and service, brothers, man. Hey, man, it's great to hear your voice. We had debated. The flyer is in the process of putting together right now, man. And we was debating about this birthday, which, you know what I'm saying. And Sister Conrad Daphne, she said, you know, he gonna be like, man, put this here, put the pops, that moving up. You know what I'm saying. Always yielding. To, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. You are truly a selfless person. You're concerned with the people, man, and we want to this man. We love and appreciate you, man. You know what I'm saying. I don't know if you got worried about the family. You know what I'm saying. But we're gonna work it out. We're gonna get tomorrow, though, man.
Hey, man, everything happening God's timing, man. I don't know who's in here, man, and I don't know why you're saying all these good things about me, man. You know what I'm saying? Cause I ain't nothing but a humble servant, man. I call myself a peon on the floor, man, so nobody ever try to knock me down, you did? And if they do knock me down, I ain't got that far to go. You hear where I'm coming from? They say, it ain't that book by Cornell West, man. You can't lead the people unless you love the people. You can't save the people unless you're willing to serve the people. And it's to serve the people that we understand what the people actually need, you know what I mean? And that's stand on the ground, you know what I'm saying, front line. That's why I love you from day one, man. And Sister Queen Daphne, man, when I came to Chicago, you know what I mean, even a regular little phone, man, y'all spread love for every side, man, every tribe. And I still don't understand how it happened like that, you know what I'm saying? But I know God is creative of all things, man. He do everything for a reason. But, man, I ain't lying, man, to see how, you know, things got developed, man, and to see you come out of prison and to take on your father's delivery the way that you did, man, and for everybody to close the doors of trying to find a controversial way, you know what I'm saying, while they had rights to your father's story.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That can turn, man. That's
Yes.
crazy, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause I ain't never had no dad. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? My dad never claimed, you know what I'm saying, that he was in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And it's like, man, to see you on your call, to see you on your stride, and doing what you were doing, man, and nobody was hard to listen. And now to see you as a black life,
Yeah.
how everybody was getting the respect to help that out to make this a true historical place that is supposed to always be for the last 50 years. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, indeed.
50 years in this thing, man.
Yes.
Straight up, man. Where else people at, man? They talk about black struggle, they talk about, Black Pride, they talk about all this other stuff, but when it comes down to, you know what I'm saying, the greatest man living that died, you know what I'm saying, 21, now we're talking about a young man. And the man was so knowledgeable, man, he broke names down, so politically correct, and so astute, man, it made me wonder how that Hess rolled up in the urban city, and all the rest of the guys rolled up in it.
Yeah.
Get out this home, man. We know it came for the most time, man. And so, man, I just want to salute you, bro, because you gave principle, you gave purpose, you gave your direction, you know what I'm saying? And the reason for doing what it was you were doing from behind the wall of the penitentiary, man, is driving this man got to the streets, man, and I just want to thank you, bro. And I love you, man. I love Queen Daphne, man. That's one of the strongest sisters that I ever put in my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Both of y'all on this platform and creating this thing and continuing this thing and inform, educate, you know what I'm saying? Educate y'all to be able to do this. You know, y'all are looking for nothing in return. It reminds me of a recovery piece where they talk about altruism. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
One more thing about expecting nothing in return. And it comes down to proof. Can you prove that you really are doing this selflessly? You know what I mean? And it's like, hold on, wait to watch a while.
Yes.
And now after a while, man, you got people like Mr. P. Ross, you know what I'm saying, called, you know what I'm saying, 9 fingers called coming out the federal penitentiary on him for son, P. Ross, you know what I mean, to come out of 88 Space. You know what I'm saying? And you got all these different folks, all these different groups that you would never think a whole country nigga from Georgia, you know what I'm saying, in the chain gang could ever be able to help, man. And it's all coming because of what y'all actually doing out there on the front lines, man. I mean, well, I was gonna say up in an undisclosed location or whatever, whatnot. But it's like, man, the love, the servitude, man, the direction of that. You know what I'm saying, man? Y'all giving me every reason to live, and I ain't have nothing but a way out, man. You know what I'm saying? And that way out is just instruction, man. Y'all gave me a purpose in life. I just want to say, man, I love you, man, and I salute you. Not just Freedom All Radio, not just you, not just Queen Death, you know what I'm saying? But, man, I salute the history that come behind y'all. You don't know about Mississippi, but y'all need to learn. You ain't know about Fred Hampton, but if y'all need to learn, you ain't know nothing about Vice District in Chicago back in the early 1900s, and why they called it Vice District. You know what I'm saying? But y'all, I had to study and understand. I had to learn the history. I didn't want to step in Chicago, but when I passed away, that's why I want to be buried in. When that she promised me that never happened. You know what I'm saying? And as a brother who's doing life behind the walls, you know, I'm afraid of dying and being put on what they call big St. Hill, Georgia. I don't want to, I'm not going over there in no grave cemetery for real. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how I am. I'm a child of God, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm willing to do whatever I can to sacrifice for my people, man. And to hear my people now say that, hey, man, no matter what happens, man, we're going to make sure you have an honorable, you know what I'm saying, celebration. Even if you want to treat it like so, we want to give everything. And so most of the time when I see people sit down or look the other way or be quiet, I'm going to stand up and I'm going to make all the noise I got to make until somebody I don't give a damn what you make some phone calls, write a letter, you know what I'm saying? Help them brothers, help them sisters, man. Y'all see these folks being rolled up in mattresses in South Georgia. Y'all see what's going on in Ferguson. Y'all see what's happening up here in Detroit. Y'all know what's happening up here in Baltimore. Man, through all that, man, it was this movement right here. That Fred Hampton Jr., brother here, they created things like BCL. Because they wanted to combine it just like, and where do we get it from? We got it from Fred Hampton and the Rainbow Coalition. This man brought everybody together, man. White, Hispanics, Puerto Rican, Black GD, Black Vice Lord, Black Stone Rain, like, he brought everybody to the table. Like, it's like, man, this is the reason why you need to come here. This is why this is a priority. This is why this is the agenda. And this is how we're going to do it through the 10-point program. He utilized, he was using them things, and he ended up becoming the greatest military, the greatest champion for the whole world. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't saying this to speak down on Drill or Bobby or none of the old niggas. I'm saying it because this is God's direct gift. And see, when you follow God, you may end up in somebody else's field, and you may end up having to be the driver. And that looking at man turned into a bus because you know what happened with Malcolm. Fred mentor. Come on, man. How many people know about the OAA? How many people know that Malcolm went over to Africa and got this from the African kings that made it out of Obama back in 1963 and brought it back to America? And then that same 6-point program of education, economics, political development, social development, and unity is the same thing that Mary Walker started in 84, 20 years later, to create the blueprint for gangster type of social development. See, niggas don't want you to know the truth. They want to try to separate, they want to divide, they want to use other people's names, and especially leaders' names. So, they want to use their names, use their platform for their own agenda. No, man, you don't folks stop holding, like what you say, man. Don't be holding these folks' presentation topics, man. Because they ain't following you. They following the teachers, which won't even really teaching the real teachers. Because then they go, nigga, you ain't talking about shit, man. Excuse my friend for a better like a terminology, man. But I just want to say that, man. I'm going to shut the fuck up now, man. But I just want to say I love y'all, man. Man. Y'all give me a purpose and a reason, man. It's over, man. Y'all give me a purpose and a reason to keep on fighting, man. When I really want to give up and say, fuck this shit. I'm tired of these sales, man. You know what I mean? But y'all give me strength. Y'all give me the will. You know what I'm saying? Even if it ain't for just one more day, for one more, you know what I'm saying, thing to get behind and see that it carries itself all the way through. You know what I'm saying? We just had a warrant, arrested, charged with RICO.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Who would ever think, you know?
Yes. Yes.
They told me that I was crazy, that I was
yeah.
That I was on drugs, that I was not.
Yeah.
But now this motherfucker behind, now this motherfucker on the front of newspapers, he on the front of CNN News. Yeah, you know, trying to kill himself and everything. And now everybody looking back and saying, damn, oh, that's the guy that went against
Yes. Yes.
Wow, it was up.
Yes.
It was up.
Yes.
I love y'all, man.
We love and appreciate you, man. You feel free, man. Hey, man, if you, it's on you, man. Don't, man, whatever come to mind, man. You know the platform's door is open, man, and we love and respect you and appreciate you. And the sentiments are reciprocal in regards to it's inspiration that you give us, man. Real talk, you know. And I just want to let people that's listening. That's literally that's not saying it for no sound bite. I mean, but this war is locked up. They try to take you out. You know, so you didn't kiss the casket up in there. Like man, you done tango, torture, you done dance with death. And I just want people to know, say under contested conditions, man. And you know, and man, how they talk about people talk about how old a dog is. I'm not comparing people to dogs, but they say like in the 2 years for dog life is equivalent to 7 years. Whatever. It's when you talk about prison time, it should be more intense than that. I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying, man. Field Marshal George Jackson said there's no guaranteed out dates inside there. It's more intense. It goes down there, like you see, with situation that we don't care healthcare, we suggest you see the type of food, the type of slop, you know what I'm saying, toxic that we get subjected to in an outside community. It's more intense, you know what I'm saying. So even, and then it gets more intense when you acknowledge this, and you speak up about it, you speak up on it. That's another strike, you know what I'm saying. And the one person, one contact, I can't stress that enough. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it may sound like I'm being redundant. So, man, you've been saying that for years. You damn gonna keep on saying, as long as them bars and concrete is there. Everybody should, be able to give us an updated status check on some respective prisoner. It's imperative. You go back and pull the archives. So we call it like literally while it was going down, hearing the screams in the background. You know what I'm saying? Literally, you know what I'm saying? The Mississippi, Georgia, Rikers Island, updating people what's going down. And so again, y'all, we have forces, so we got to make sure they connect the one person, one contact, those correspondents, all that. We got to make sure we own it, y'all. Make sure we own it. We live and direct on Freedom on Radio, you know, and you just, man, I'm just flashbacking, you know what I'm saying, some war stories, you know. We went down there, Sister Comrade Daphne and others, just going down there, and just again, mobilization, you know what I'm saying, touching down forces, to connect up, pick this person up, stuff that a lot of people complain about organizing on the street. They get access, you know what I'm saying, the resources on outside. Like, I don't know how to pick this, I don't know how we're gonna do this event. I don't know how we're gonna pick this, how this person gonna get here. You know what I'm saying? But and like you said, you're humble servant, and I respect that. But when I'm I'm not gaslighting you. I think it's strategically beneficial, you know, that we lay out resumes of such forces so people have a template to look at. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, it's just abstract, like, well, I can't do this. You have to have those examples. Say, no, this is happening. You know, so this is happening under, not just happening under intense, contested conditions. You dig? And so that's why I want to make sure I lay this out and lay it out in real time. Because a lot of times we can talk about situations, individuals, you know what I'm saying, in an abstract or nostalgic sense. Like, yeah, I heard back in the days, we had to seize the time, forces, you know what I'm saying, it's right here. You know, someone sent me a post the other day about forgive me, Mayor Gary, Indiana. And he said something to the effect on Instagram that he called for support of myself. He said, Chairman Fred Hampton Jr., don't wait to, like a lot of y'all doing about this Tupac thing, And we're going to talk about it later on too in the future. Not just this documentary with Tupac, but also some of the follow-up discussion that's been happening. Really want to seize the time to talk about different dynamics. A lot of people, saying just even with both of his parents being members of the Black Panther Party. We'll talk about that also. But again, I want us to make sure that we know about Brother Hess, the P.O.P.S movement, you know what I'm saying? And what I call a reverb effect, you know what I'm saying? In other words, the follow up, you know what I'm saying? Stuff you take, a lot of stuff people don't recognize when it's happening right then, but down the road, people say, damn, we got, information hot off the press that was going on. I just want to say it again. We live and direct on Freedom on Radio, y'all. And I'm flashing back and we talking back on just even the inception of Freedom on Radio. We talking about Brother Hess, talking about the P.O.P.S movement, talking about the events, and talking about, in the spirit of still sharpening steel, and men and women sharpening the men and women. Again, still sharpening steel, and men and women sharpening the men and women. Different, you know what I'm saying? Ideas of a blog talk radio show, the ideas of going live, you know what I'm saying? The ideas of getting this information out, you know what I'm saying? Not only where it come from, who cultivated, you know what I'm saying? The different dynamics, the different stuff you can take for granted. The Comrade Daphne on a train, public transportation, working the boards on the trains at times, you know what I'm saying? I mean, like literally, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead, my brother.
No, that's right, man, because that's what's going on. I mean, what we got right now, man, is an opportunity to see that the things that God show us, man, that's what He wants us to be involved in. That's what I learned from that, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, if she sees something wrong, she's gonna step and she stuck with the type of purpose and the type of faith that know that if it wasn't meant for her to see, then it wasn't meant for her to say nothing. But as soon as she sees it and witnesses, but she's gonna link whatever got to be made in order to change. And it's like, if she gotta let teenagers stay in her home, if she had to open her whole life up to possibly getting herself hurt because she's on the front line dealing with these crap. Excuse my French for a better like a terminology. I do white people that just despise our black melanated power that is just inherently inside of us. It's like, man, we're gonna call it for what it is. We're gonna define it, but and seeing her do that, seeing you do that, but next is your part. That's what P.O.P.S movement was all about. And that's what it's always supposed to be about. It's supposed to be people organized in systems for preparing if we want to change it all. We know change is going to come. It comes every day we wake up. But are you prepared to change or are you still running? You know what I'm saying? And we pulling in addicts. We pulling in alcoholics. We pulling in folks that everybody else that Christian side of their, you know what I'm saying? They this or they that or, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we'll take this Wisconsin route. And become scrap iron. You need. We're going to be used and recycled to do something greater than anybody else. And when we do it, we give God glory. We ain't looking for no reward. You know what I'm saying? The reward is seeing our people being able to lift themselves back up by their bootstrap and want to fight again. Man, you got a lot of folks that had them retired off the front lines of struggle. Man, they seen you up and they like, hold up, man, you got niggas in China. You got sisters who are already done raised grown folk and really supposed to be fathers. Man, you got these folks over here who they say this, that, you got this cat coming out of penitentiary. I mean, really, man, listen, hey, look now. Now they saying, boy, you know who that is? What, that's Queen Daphne. Man, you know what the fuck she done did on these front lines for real? You know what she done sacrificed? Nigga, I wish you would. Yeah, you better know who she is. You don't know who this, man, you better know who he is. Because that's the power. I was looking at a documentary last night called Descendants. And it talks about how Mobile, Alabama holds a place within it called Africatown. And in Africatown, the women there tell them that the only reason I'm still alive, baby, is just to tell the story to those that are listening. They care. And that's amazing to me because what's
the name of the piece again? What's the name of that? What's the name of that piece you mentioned again? What is it?
It's on Netflix. It's called
Descendant.
And it breaks down the history of Mobile, Alabama, and how them white people, you know what I'm saying, will bring us over from the last few slave ships that wasn't even supposed to be slave ships no more. The slavery was over with, and they still bringing us in and pulling us out in Mobile, Alabama, and then dissecting us from there and separating us from there based on, and they was doing it back then psychologically. They'll put this alpha male figure, and you don't have to go to the east. This one don't have to go to the north. This one don't have to go to the west. And they strategized, and they did it from Mobile, Alabama, and them folks still down there, and they still got like Cut Joe's cemetery mountain down there. Man, everybody talking about Cujo. They done made it out to be a dog that's demonic and killing people. They don't even know that the real was one of the last history holders that came from Africa, from the motherland. And died in Mobile, Alabama, giving our history on what they did to us and burnt them ships and where they burnt them at, you know what I mean, to hide the evidence. Come on, man, these folks make it shine like this. You know what I'm saying? Now this new generation knows why we still got to fight today. These conspiracies is real. This ain't something that's just made up. It ain't fabricated, man. You know what I'm saying? You ain't hurt right now because you just poking all these folks out playing out, man. And they divided their plan and they doing it. But you know what I'm saying about the fact that they find each other like we click up and come together different games. Shake each other city, they doing the same, they getting together with the Abraham, they get together with the city. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The alpha male of the black community, man. Straight up here in the point blank because they know what's in us, man.
Yeah.
And it's like, man, that's what Paul School became an educator, man.
Yeah.
Became an educator. And look at y'all, man. Y'all educate, man. And it ain't to what you're saying on the radio. If you get examples in life, man, right? And preaching it, bro. That's what I respect. That's my hero. That's why I love P.O.P.S. Because he told me who the Shakur was. You know what I'm saying? When I was 15, I was never cracked to my own. He told me who Movie Abu Jamal was. He told me about a father. Tupac taught me about somebody's name, you know what I'm saying, Moose the King. Man, I don't know who these people is. When I got locked up in that cell at 18, 17 years old, I want to find out who Tupac was talking about.
Yes.
And I started reading up and find out who Geronimo Pratt was. Find out who Fred Hammond was, and then that empowered me. Because now I'm directly connected with real frontline men, Jack.
Yeah.
And this is how they did it.
Yeah.
Like they prepared each other. Man, listen, when the Black Panthers went out in Oakland, California, they went out. Some young brothers coming out of the community college asking people in the community if they could change anything, what would be the one thing that they would have, you know what I'm saying, change. They went to the people to find out if it's birth birthday, man. Come on, man. People gonna tell you where they want to be served at. They gonna tell you where they want to change. They gonna tell you where they want to be involved at. That's why in P.O.P.S movement we said the number one thing, step one, form a bond. Form a bond. Based on how you can listen and be valuable to this person's life without expecting anything in return. So then in step two, you can hear come together and identify for us that it is for all of us. I heard that last night in the debate. They said that that's what brought us together. The thing that they agreed was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And they fixed it. They got it to table.
Fremont is coming in.
Fremont, we have callers in queue.
Tap.
Man, you supposed to let me go home, man. It's my birthday.
Right on. Right on. Fremont's coming. Fremont. Come out the stairs. Welcome. Come on. Push that door. Push the door.
Yeah, man, I can't call it, man. This thing, man, have a birthday, bro. Everything wrong. Hey, man. 43 years young, man. I made it past my father's age, man. I'm grateful just for the day, man. How y'all doing out there on the front line? Man, I can't call it this brother, man. I said, just get some angles. I just get some stuff. I said,
I know it's hot. I can't turn the air on. The sound.
What? Yeah, this like this 30 little test. My son, he's in middle school, man. Throw him out.
Can't do what they eat. I can't hear.
That's on everything, man. That's amazing, brother. Hey, God, and you can
This is our radio show, sister. We live on the radio show. It's Fremont Radio.
Yeah, I'm gonna get you 6, 7, and 8 business education. Man, amazing. Salute, family. That's what we're talking about. That's preparing everyone to change ball.
Yeah, that radio station is Fremont. Have you ever heard that show before?
Yeah,
Okay.
We got another brother on the line. Brother, can you tell everybody who you are? Fremont.
Hello?
Hello, welcome to Fremont Radio.
Hello?
Welcome to Fremont Radio.
How you doing? Happy birthday, my brother. Happy birthday, my kid. This is brother Mike X from New York City, man.
Wow. Right. Right on.
I mean, this guy's, this is for your birthday, man, but this just picked me up so much, man. I gotta say, much love to Sister Daphne, much love to Brother Fred Hampton Jr., who I met one time out at the Audubon Cemetery here in New York at a celebration, an observation for Brother Malcolm X.
Oh, wow.
I visited his grave site.
Yes.
Definitely glad to meet the brother. This is what I want to say, brother, but you just even being on his line, Sister Daphne, DM me that this was going down. As soon as I called, she said, please call in. As soon as I called, I heard P.O.P.S Movement Radio,
Yes.
And I've been overcome a little bit with emotion, man. Press 1, and I just remember so much of being on P.O.P.S Movement Radio. I thank you, who I met on Brother Tony Nick radio show was doing. And when I first met you and heard your voice and how strong you was laying it down, and you let me know about what you was doing with us movement, I just had to come through, man, and strive to support you, man. You know what I mean? And so many people, my friends list on Facebook is dominated by P.O.P.S movement. It's dominated by people from down south and Midwest and all over the United States, man. People that I never met before in person, most of them, but people who I always love and appreciate. Who connected. We connected all throughout the United States. We got a P.O.P.S movement radio show on every day of the week at one point, man. And it was just so powerful. It was so great, man. And I thank you so much. I learned so much. I grew so much in my own personal development at the time, being associated with the P.O.P.S movement. And it's great to hear your voice. It's great to be on the line right now. And I just appreciate it so much.
Respect.
That's the road, man. Y'all make me start crying here tonight, man. That ain't what's going on.
Hey, brother Hess. This is what I tell him, man. I get called the emotion. My eyes has got a little watery. That's all. I wasn't crying. My eyes just got a little watery.
And y'all did it with keeping it real. Y'all didn't come on like you was this, that, and that's what made it authentic and genuine. It's like you found the most genuine you, and even told the flow. And when you told the flow, like it made everybody, all of us, more hungry to find out what it was you talking about and how it was educated on that same thing and get on that same way. It's like, man, y'all, I'm gonna shut up now. You got it, bro.
Love and service. Look, we right on. I don't know if the young lords.
I just want to say to everybody who's still, out there, standing in truth, standing in truth. Your perspective is real according to, how you grew up, what you studied, what you know to be right, just standing there. Whatever state you in, whatever part of the country you're in, whatever organization that you're in, don't look for the organization to do what it needs to do to empower you. Do what you need to do to become strong and add on to the organization. But at the same time, recognize that other people have truths and perspectives. And instead of striving to fight and be divided, strive to be complementary to one another. You know what I mean? And look where your interest intersects so that you can stand strong. Of course, race, of course, gender, of course, age. You know what I mean? That's what P.O.P.S movement really represented from my perspective, man. So, thank you for allowing me to say that, and I'm gonna hang out with y'all as long as I can. And happy born into you once again, my brother.
Right on. Love and service. Right on. It's been making history, taking history, and taping history. We live and direct on Freedom All Radio, y'all. I got a little background noise. I hear the background noise going on. Okay. Spirit of making history, taking history, taping history. We live and direct on Freedom All Radio. I'm glad you laid out some of the things. We was debating. The studio here got canceled earlier today, and I told Sister Conrad, I said I don't want to have stuff with the brother on his birthday. I said maybe we should cancel the show to do it tomorrow. So we just want to do the show tomorrow, and then we back and forth, and then we said, you know what? Even if this Wi-Fi don't stand, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna take it back to the Hampton House, and another guest just came in too. I told her she came. I said, forgive us. The Hampton House Hounds, the dogs of security, they smell is kind of strong. And I say, but we gonna do this show here tonight. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do a weekly radio show, and we said we gotta use 2 tin cans and a wire, a string. We gonna get this. We'll get this done. We'll get the word out, man. So I just want to again, we honor and have you on this date also for the archives. Let me put a call out too. If Comrade Chairman Paul, the young lords, any of the young lords, if y'all listen in, y'all call in too. Cause I know I'm supposed to met with y'all earlier. Or said tomorrow, hit us at 929-477-3785. Press 1, because it was a number of reasons I wanted y'all over here today too, but we might need you to come through tomorrow, because we're going to get this follow-up meeting that's set. Because again, for those who don't know, the Rainbow Coalition is ongoing. You know what I'm saying? Comrade Connor, who just touched down with her a minute ago, we just did the tour earlier, was showing people the pictures from Standing Rock, North Dakota. And this even the long history of the Rainbow Coalition is still happening for those who don't know. You know, but again, we honor him to have you here. Any more callers in queue? So Comrade? Callers, you have to call. You press 929-477-3785. You press 1 to be brought in queue. I just want to shout y'all out too. I see everybody tapping the YouTube. I'm not those on Instagram. Tag my page. I'm not on Instagram right now. I'm on Facebook and also YouTube Live. We're gonna talk about the program we did today. The Retreat from the City program we did today this morning. Took some children down to the farm down in Pembroke. That's a phenomenal program we did. We did it with that. Sister, you want to introduce yourself? Who we got here? You know what I'm saying? And we went with this. You bring up the speaker. This just came in. She called on our show last week. We told a number of things. Our deputy chairman might call in from France also, Deputy Chairman Franco, because France is hot right now. I think it's the 6th day of uprising. Notice I didn't say the riots. The uprisings are happening, and he might call in. So we gonna look out for him. He might tap in with us. We are talking about the P.O.P.S movement. Brother Hess, his words already. It's his birthday today. You know what I'm saying? It's finally gonna be coming through tomorrow. We got not their gift bags, we get their Cub care packages waiting on them. You know what I'm saying? They come through tomorrow. But this is just stopped in just now. So she welcome come on to the show, gives an update the work that she does, and so on and so forth. So bear with us. I gotta keep this charged up over here. But you called in before, but you want to let us know who you are, what you got going on.
Hello, good evening, everyone. I am activist Jasmine Smith out of Chicago. I'm with Carper, better known as Chicago Alliance Against Racism, Political, and Repression. Y'all gotta forgive me. I'm hoarse right now, so I'm hoping to do this show and interview again in the upcoming weeks, whenever Brother Chairman Fred Jr. has the time to set it up. But I just want to get on live today and just spread the word and awareness out there. What I'm out here advocating for, I came into the Alliance. I approached them asking just for help with exposure against one of the top paid highest sergeants in Chicago, Illinois. His name is Brian P. Forberg. He's right now over the fugitive apprehensive unit in Chicago. So he worked out of many stations, but the main stations and districts that he worked out of to get the these wrongful 15 survivors who I'm fighting for. Y'all gotta forgive me because I'm trying to catch my breath as I'm speaking. And hopefully y'all understand I'll be back again, hopefully. But he total is like 20 of them that's wrongfully convicted up under his name. Right now,
what's his name again?
His name is Sergeant Brian P. Forberg. And he runs with the crew of Boudreaux, Holleran, and Burge, and what's the other one? Guevara, the one that just got exposed. And I'm just not finding out that he sits at the table and run with these crew by I want to say, because I don't want to put her name out there, but by a reliable source that works in the state's attorney office. So again, I've been in this movement now, this activist movement now for a year. I'm still learning. I don't know everything, but my fight is to get justice and fight for the injustice and to be the voice of the voiceless in these men, these 15 men who I'm advocating for now. don't have a big support system. I am their support system. And since I've been fighting for them, I have accomplished a lot. I have met with a lot of people that's been in this struggle, this fight before my time. The organization that I chose to be a part of, right now, I chose to be a part of with them because they don't have no ties and no holes to the government. They don't get funded from the government. They get their funded from the people. So that means we get to say whatever we feel to say. We not held to no standards of we can only say and fight for to certain boundaries. We do what we want. We stand in front lines, and I'm calling for everyone for unity. I'm fighting for all these other organizations that's out here fighting for the common reason of wrongful conviction, torture survivors, the men that's still in there for wrongful convictions, fighting for the injustice system. A lot of people, they call me they red chili pepper because I got the attitude of Harriet Tubman. I got the attitude of Malcolm X, got the attitude of all of the ones that came before me, Fred Hampton Jr. Senior. I mean, not Junior, Senior. Got the attitude of Malcolm X. Like my call to all organizations, all people that's out here that need the guidance or that's learning like me and that's ready to go, train to go. What are we going to do? I'm here for solutions. I'm here for bringing back those movements, these mass shutdowns, like, because together we stand. Like, it's so many organizations that's divided. And my question to these organizations and these other freedom fighters is why? And what can we do to come back together? What do we need to do to come back together? Because if we all fighting for the same thing, which is the injustice, and we demand injustice, and we fighting for the wrongful convicted, we fighting for the police brutality, we fighting for police to be held accountable, why we not fighting under one umbrella like it used to be? That's the only way we gonna really get like solutions, answers from the oppressors. So I'm calling out to all organizations. I don't spoke with different organizations. I know the ones that's being paid under the table. I know the ones that took money and they been shut up. They not standing. They still using our men, the men that I'm fighting for, names and sake like of saying like they fighting for the wrongful convicted. But what are you doing? You're doing too much of this, but we're not doing enough action. And I'm ready to get back to that action. So if you guys are, in the action, ready to get to the action like me, foot boots on the ground, standing front line, ain't scared of these people and ain't being held to no boundaries, please reach out to me. My number is 773-727-5228. And I'm with the Alliance, Chicago Alliance. Our office is located at 63rd and College Grove. I'm calling, I'm reaching out to this brother, Chairman Fred Hampton Jr., trying to unite, trying to figure out. I'm sitting at the table with him, and when I get off this call, to organize, to strategize about how we could pull these other organizations together. Because if you're an organization and you about this fight for real, then there shouldn't be no reason why we can't come together to a round table and really come up with a strategy to go against these oppressors. Because it's been done before. That's why we able to sit and do the things that we're doing right now, because the ones that came before us paved the way and made it happen to where we are free, able to speak our voices. We are free to protest and to fight and do all of these things. So what are we going to do? So I'm activist Jasmine Smith, and I'm here for the long haul. And I'm not fighting for just these 15. I'm fighting for us all now. It's justice for us all. And anybody who ready to fight and stand front lines and to really demand what we deserve, I'm here.
Right on. These are the name, the street where you located at again. You said 63rd and College Grove.
63rd and College Grove at the Chicago Alliance office with Frank Chanham now. That's my organization. I'm a co-chair of many different things we got going on now. I'm new, so a lot of things is changing. A lot of things I don't know what happened the years before. I know the history made, the people that's been freed under this organization name, and I know for a fact they not taking government money. So I'm standing 10 toes behind this organization, and a lot of things finna change and be done with me being a part and on the co-chair committees now. And I'm asking for everybody to come together and stand with us. And we always been standing with our organization that's fighting for the same common thing, that's police brutality, the injustice, wrongful convictions. We located at 63rd and College Grove. This ain't no secret. This ain't nothing new. They well known. So come and stand with us again. If you stand with us before and you branched off, fell off somewhere, whatever the case may be, come back. I'm calling on everybody, calling on the people and calling on the organizations. Come back, because we need to stand together.
Someone inquired your handle, your Instagram. Your social media.
Carper is CAARPR.org. That's the organization's website. Then the CFIS campaign, what I'm the co-chair of with another co-chair member, is CFIS, CFIST.org. Click on any of these websites, all our information there. The number is there. The men who we fought and helped get out is there, free. Like the history is there. Just read up, do your research, whatever you need to do. But it ain't even about reading up and doing your research. You see, I'm here. I'm standing front line, and I'm calling on you guys to get in touch, and let's make it do what it do, like once before, because I ain't about all that talking. I just did a lot of yelling. I went to Milwaukee. That's why my voice is hoarse. Them kids, our youth is out there and in Chicago, destructive as fuck. I just saved a young man from these boys about to beat him to the bloody P.O.P. That's why I don't got no voice. Out in Milwaukee, the police was on each side, east and west, at the July 3rd firework festival. Police a mile away, while thousands of our kids, black and brown, African-American kids, youth, thousands of them is in the center of this beach, jumping on cars, terrorizing shit, fighting each other, damn near about to kill each other. And I'm the only adult that stood within these crowds of these surrounding kids and was able to save one of them boys. Then come to find out, get a notification that a 15-year-old boy was killed at 11 o'clock at night. I asked the police, what is y'all safety protocol for this event? What is y'all protocol to control this mass number of these kids? And it was a black officer. You know what he told me? We don't really have one. These kids are protected by laws. When I told that man I'm an activist from Chicago, I only came here because I love fireworks shows. And I was referred to it from a co-worker of mine at work. I'm not from Milwaukee. I'm from Chicago. I live in McHenry, Illinois. I drove an hour away. And I only see that these policemen do not care. And I told those kids, do y'all understand why they not down here trying to stop y'all from being self-destructing and tearing up shit? Because they want y'all to do that. They want us to kill each other. The officer told me that these kids is protected by laws. But I said, what is the law against y'all having a protocol or some type of crowd control in place? He couldn't give me an answer. It's thousands of these kids, and it was a dozen of police on one end and a dozen of police on the other end. None of them walking the lines of these crowds to get them crowd control or to break up these jump on fights. So many kids, innocent kids that was just out there, was getting jumped on. I felt so sorry for them. That's why I don't got no voice. And I prayed over myself. I'm covered by the blood. Everywhere I walk, those kids did not disrespect me. When I broke them up off that young man, they did not swing at me or try to curse me out, none of that. And that was because they seen like this is the only adult that's trying to stop us, the ones who do have manners. That boy could have been dead had I not stopped them boys from jumping on top of his damn head. And the police was right a mile away, not stopping our kids. And you know what my train of thought is? How we get a hold of our kids? Because a lot of these kids don't even respect their homes no more. You know who they look up to? All of these famous rappers. These famous rappers need to come to their cities and hold seminars to call these kids out to address what they put out here, why these kids is living up to this gang shit, this walking around with masks, walking around with switches, shooting each other, killing them down because they learned it from them. Now y'all want to change the narrative, have free events for them to come out and tell them that y'all apologize for sending them down the wrong road, because that ain't the way to go. They don't want to be up in these jails. These kids ain't ready for that, but they live in that type of lifestyle like they is and have no idea. And that's what I was screaming and shouting to them young men. And that's why my voice gone. And they like, someone was like, you right, ma'am. You know, I told my friend to leave. I don't know why they want to keep doing this. This ain't nice. The police don't care. They down there and they not even trying to stop none of this. I said, exactly. And then you got adults that's so consumed with watching a fireworks show other than trying to come over there and help our kids because they don't give a fuck. These kids don't scare some adults. Adults don't even want to intervene. See, but I ain't scared of none of them. I'm going to do everything in my power to the day I die to help our youth and to help our people and to help get justice and to help turn things around. Who else with me? I'm calling on you. Let's go. Because I got solutions, because that's all I'm about. I got a whole plan that we can go about to save our youth, to unite with the adults that's out here. They got the level of frequency that we on to call for justice and to do the right thing, to fight and demand from these oppressors. We ain't gonna be able to save them all, but each person that knows something, that got resources, we need to come together. We need to stand together again. I'm not understanding why we ain't standing together, but we all saying that we fighting for the same thing. Make it make sense.
Live direct in the spirit of making history, taking history, and taping history. Live direct on Freedom On Radio. Make sure I get them contacts down on social media. We get it again before we close out. We let y'all tap in. We moving around the world. We talking about Paris, France. You know what I'm saying? We get an update from our Deputy Chairman Franco. We talking about what's going down. Also, we'll throw this out there too about Ohio. I think it's Cleveland. 27 children, y'all. 27 children. Mr. Recently, that Ohio dynamic. You remember too that Ohio, Cincinnati. With them 3 girls was in the guy's building, you know, for quite some time. And the dog, man, not dog history, it's a white history with that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Heads up, into Cleveland, Ohio has been real hush-hush about that, y'all. So that's what we're gonna put that on the People Service announcement. 27 children, y'all, and everything, you know what I'm saying, from these body organs to the sex trafficking with these youngsters, all this, you know what I'm saying? I mean, we talk about the original sex trafficking, the original sex traffickers, the original body snatchers, you know what I'm saying? This system, you know what I'm saying, get his hoof prints on all of it, you know. And even how we view just being conscious, being aware of certain things, you know. I'm not saying the abstract sort of way. I was just yesterday, 2 days ago, sister came back at the Hampton House, and her son was 14 years old, and just the nonchalantness of him, you know what I'm saying? We was going live, so this ain't my first time talking about this. But he just went out to the car. He didn't know who car it was. I'm talking to her. He opened the condo and just sat in the car, got in the car seat. I said, damn. I said, you don't see nothing wrong with that? And she like, what? I said, damn. I said, man. Dude, we grew up, man, you just hop in and just open the car door and just sit down like, you know, man. This, man, everything political, your body language, how you move around, everything, man. You know what I'm saying? And I know I sound redundant saying this about the dynamics of structure, but shit, motherfucker needs some goddamn structure, real motherfucking talk. I just went on a trip. We did a retreat from the city event today, this morning, to some children down to Pembroke. The bus driver, I ain't know him from a can of paint. He pulled me to the side. He said, man, we need you going all these trips. We need you on more of these trips. But shout out to Auntie Connie and others, you know what I'm saying? These 13, 14-year-old. Ain't had to put no physical discipline on nobody, none of that. Just your body language, you know what I'm saying? You're dealing with these youngsters, you know what I'm saying? Structure, y'all, real talk. One of America's policies is to create chaos, then restore order. Create chaos and restore order. Motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's in every dynamic. That's an organization. That's in whatever. A lot of times people get this like liberalism, you know what I'm saying? That we all want the same thing. You listen to cats. And they tell you it's a different agenda. We have points of unity, but the first thing is before you make gumbo, you distinguish the onion from the garlic, the sausage, the crawfish, all that. Structure is necessary. Live in the break, y'all on Freedom On Radio. Happy birthday, Brother Hess. Any more callers in queue? From us to come around. Brother Hess, feel free to tap back in with us. You can all jump in. You feel free, sis.
Okay, yeah.
And the state of mind that this must be proven beyond a reasonable doubt. And it's like, man, all these folks
Yes, brother. Yes, he served a
And they
life
don't even
sentence
know how the hell can a prosecutor
in Georgia.
tell a jury, judge, or anybody about the mind state at the time of the crime? Most people ain't even supposed to do what they're doing. And yes, somebody died, and yes, somebody got this, that, and another, but what was really going on in your life? Oh, no, don't say nothing. Joe said, I'm going to speak for you. I'm your lawyer. I'm going to fight for you. Motherfucker, no, you ain't.
Mm-hmm.
You finna wait all my life from the time I come up in here to the time I get arraigned, and I ain't got for 10 days to file certain motions, all the way to the point of you trying to get me to plea out. Come on, man. How you assisting me? And sisters like this right here, man, going in and fighting for the people incarcerated, man, and showing them how to educate themselves on these, what they call codes, legal codes that nobody hardly understand, legal terminology. Man, I salute that sister, man. I just want to say God bless her, man, and thank you, my sister. But, you know what I'm saying? You doing what Sister Daphne did for me.
Thank
what
you.
my wife did for me.
Thank you.
Made me believe that if I understand this right here, then I deserve freedom again.
Thank you.
Right on. Let me. Poetic Man Shift TV. Is that's not the affirmative action bill? Okay, Jackson, Mississippi. Give me a little more specifics on that. What your question is about? The House Bill 1020. I'm vaguely familiar. I'm vaguely remembering. Give me more details on what you're talking about. House Bill 1020. We can speak on that as well as the shouldn't have, if not the same question about the affirmative action. So give me a little more details on that Poetic Man Shift TV on that House Bill 1020 passed in Jackson, Mississippi. So we tap into it. Give us a little more clarity on that. Or anybody that can give. What was that bill pertaining to in particular?
I would like to know too, because I'm not familiar with that.
House Poetic Man Shift TV question. What was our thoughts on House Bill 1020 passed in Jackson, Mississippi? I'm not familiar with. I won't take no chance on Google right. I can't think of offhand, so they're gonna try to Google it. 1020 Jackson, Mississippi. While we checking up on that, y'all feel free. And even the firm, let's talk. Let's come about the affirmative action. I'm tapping on that also. And
thank you, brother, for your concern. I said thank you.
Sister said, thank you, brother Hess. She kind of hoarse, but she heard you loud and clear.
I definitely did. Tell them this fight ain't easy, and these men that I'm fighting for. There's only one other lady who's standing strong with me out of the 15 I'm fighting for. That's fighting front line for these men freedom. Man, you was 15 of them with no support system. Not for real. And the support system they got don't even want to come out and stand front line. But shows they beat these cases, watch how many flock to them.
Oh, you ain't got to let me. No, let me. No, you ain't got to tell me.
So
let me.
No, y'all be some fucking fools.
No, well, let me bet my soul. Let me listen. This shit, I can tell you. I can listen. You just okay. I'm gonna touch on something real. You just struck a nerve now. Let me say something. See, the deal is, okay, we're talking about these cases. Let me see, and the politics provides me my sanity. I studied one time. A brother, he's on death row. We got a white hearse. Okay, his name. He's passed now. He was one of the first. Darby Tillis. I recall Darby Tillis coming downtown, seeing me in federal. I'm down there. This was John Burge was going to court. Former Lieutenant John Burge. For those not familiar with former Lieutenant John Burge, he was over Area 2 violent crimes. You know, saying he was a homegrown terrorist. He was trained in Fort Benning, Georgia. He was equipped with an elite team. And you know what I'm saying? A lot of times people come in and be on the new, their energy be good, but it'd be like I'm watching that Groundhog movie. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's repeating this shit over and over, different players. Darby Tillis said to me when he came down, he said, man, Burge never tortured you. Why you be doing this? Why you be coming down on the bus protesting for Cass, Chairman? He said, man, Cass don't get their resources, so I got family members who their pastors told them, don't leave it alone. God gonna take care of it. Soon as the loot come through, all that. Ain't no going back and assisting no war chest people that fight for them. We damage goods. I'm talking about that. Man, I just told you the other day. The sister was telling me, she say, Chairman, I don't like when you say that. I don't like you refer to yourself as the last call of alcohol. I said, I'm a realist. That's who the Black Panther Party cause. This is the Black Panther Party was. Last call of alcohol. I said, what do you mean by that? I said, people will exhaust everything else. The Sharpton champagne, because the machine sets up, you know what I'm saying? They set up everything for you. Here's your team. I watched literally when I went down to Wisconsin. The machine, how it's set up, the lawyers, different cases. Jacob Blake made a conscientious effort when he seen me. He said, Brother Chairman, come on, you feel speak. Other than that, it would have been a blockade for me not to even speak. We had an event December 4th. It's on YouTube. Over 10, 15 years ago. One of the sisters whose child was murdered, she said something that triggered the response with people. The deal is, they tap, when the police, when they kill you, your emotional pores are open. They tap the people, have a whole team come at them. And they literally told them, stay away from Hampton. I told them, we can stay away from the Black Panther Party Cubs. And then later on, a lot of times, you get to read that fine print. You only get 20%. Then it's time, it's active food. You know what I'm saying? I tell people these cases, your case has a certain amount of shelf life. Because the reality is, the police are going to kill somebody tomorrow. Your case is going to be like stale milk. You know what I'm saying? They'll come grab another motherfucker case. And then your disconnect, like when a pimp goes to the Greyhound bus station, the first thing he do with the girl is tell her to disconnect from her family. When they grab these motherfucking families, they tell them disconnect from the people, disconnect from the community. Don't say that. That's why some of the dynamics about Diamond Lavish Reynolds was so unique. Another, my grandma, when she first came out, said they wrong. Prior to that, you had a lot of motherfuckers had this, I can't breathe, I can't pass gas, because my attorney ain't said I can do that. When she came out, that, you know what I'm saying, because it's barriers, it's layers. They're like in the athletes and the entertainers. They got motherfuckers, when athletes go to college, they have their woman for them, they had their mistress for them, their side boyfriend for them, their car, their attorney, all that's laid out for them. They hit them with certain movies that put black women in bad light. These cases, they have a psychological profile on them. You look at these cases, you're like, damn, ain't no fathers around? Is every motherfucker Jesus? Everybody born in immaculate conception? They tap into the emotions. They rate. It's a clip on YouTube came out 4 days ago. I posted to see who gonna respond to. See, everything political. They talk about why the government murdered Fred Hampton. See, when I be saying chairman, ain't no ego tripping. Terms are important. You see, every time Whoopi Goldberg slip up, they check her motherfucking ass. Every time Whoopi Goldberg try to say something like some gender thing in Nazi Germany, they yanked her motherfucking choke collar. You know what I'm saying? They put on this movie, this clip. They say Fred Hampton's parents. There's no picture of my grandfather. You know what I'm saying? Whenever this house, I used to say my grandmother's, this is my grandparents' house. You know what I'm saying? My granddaddy built them cabinets in there. But when they destroy they take our family, destruct them, our movements, and they say, here you go. And I was saying, ain't never had no frame of reference. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you had to come with the Rainbow Coalition. It's not ego tripping to say Chairman Fred authored that. You know what I'm saying? It's putting in context. A lot of us get ultimate misinterpretations. Not times like a person, a child, your first concept of something. A lot of times people who got somehow to their family, our condolences go to them. But the deal is your first contact, they make sure they hit right in front of your face. Here's the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Like a gorilla in Africa, in the Congo. When the poachers kill that gorilla mom and daddy, the baby gorilla, first thing they gonna see is that white hand putting that milk in that baby, that gorilla. And that baby gorilla gonna be raised in the orphanage thinking white folks is savior. Ain't gonna have no concept of saying that the poachers want to fuck them over. Exactly. They sick relationships on them, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times I tell my folks, let them get burnt. I go through the process. I tell people I went to the same school that Malcolm X went to. I learned American history was ghettos and prisons. I learned this shit. You know what I'm saying? I see most of the bullshit. This distinguished opportunists. I discussed yesterday. One thing we do, we speak French too motherfucking much. We ain't all on the same thing. The first thing is to heighten the contradictions. Before we talk about unity, be clear, we got a foregone conclusion that everybody wants the same thing. You know, everybody, you'll say everybody free to fight. No, you have different dynamics, different elements, you know what I'm saying? And again, just because Harriet Tubman, she didn't even tell her husband the fuck she was going. She put a bale of straw next to that motherfucker. And left, he wasn't covering that cloth. That's the dynamics in our community. People say, Chairman, how when we go protest for a family, how do you know which family member to approach, what not to talk to? I don't cut no corners with my own fucking family. I know the different dynamics. Chairman Fred, he had 2 siblings, an older brother and an older sister. When his older brother went to that school over there and the white boys beat him up, Fred Hampton wasn't even in school yet. He took a wagon full of bottles when he beat them motherfuckers' asses. Here's a different dynamic. And the state knew that. They knew when they put this motherfucking tap on this telephone right here. He was 13 years old. It was for him. In fact, the DC Bureau of the FBI thought it was a fucking typo. Said, man, can't be that young. They able to pick out who in the fucking suit. That's the fuck we had to start doing. Get a structure in our community. Say, man, this motherfucker tell you what points of unity they go. Man, we had to sit down with some of the mothers the other day who children could give out the police. And so right there, I said, that's not drawing a foregone conclusion. Everybody wants justice. Some of us said they mouth. Some of us don't want some shit. They want a bag. Some of us want justice. The deal that we can't afford. A sister told me the other day about the case where the young brother had shot the guy, hit his mother. And this lady told me, see what's up with black men? I said, huh? See how black men treat us? I said, why don't you get you a fucking fishing rod? She said, huh? I said, a fucking fishing rod. So why you say that? You going net fishing. You throwing a net out there. I said, don't be trying to RICO indict me with no motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You have to distinguish males from men. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. You know what I'm saying? That's what we have to, the structure. You know what I'm saying? Man, I tell you in the Black Panther Party, I don't romanticize. There were those that was in the Black Panther Party, and there were those that was Black Panthers. Big difference. Big motherfucking difference.
And that's how a lot of these organizations are right now, though.
That's how not the only organization. That's how them fucking dogs downstairs is. Them puppies born 2 weeks ago. I can tell you which puppy is which right now. That's the law of nature. That's the law. That's the law. Any organization in the American Revolution, Thomas Jefferson said 1/3 was for it, 1/3 was against it, and 1/3 when whichever the wind blew. Now we can waste our time, waste our life, try to make everybody come together and say that, or set up a motherfucking structure like they did with the British thought all of them was what Patrick Henry said. Give me liberty, give me death. It was a revolutionary climate in the 60s. The ante was up. When James Brown was forced to say I'm black and I'm proud. James Brown was a reactionary ass motherfucker. He was picking Cotton out of Nixon ass one day and say I'm black and I'm proud the next day. But the movement forced that nigga to fake the funk. And that's what you see the devil disciples say, get them with the black disciples. The Vice Lords working in the Free Medical Center. The Blackstone Rangers in the Black Peace Stone Nation. It was a revolutionary climate. The ante was up. You know what I'm saying? You look at the movie Superfly and all that shit in the 70s. Them motherfucking niggas was alive in the 60s. That shit couldn't roll in the 60s.
But this is what what I'm trying to get an understanding, people to understand too. My question, I'm gonna ask you a question.
Yeah.
What did your father do to get the Black Panthers and what did they do to come together to even get a movement like that started?
He sees the time.
What did they do?
I'm crazy about you. Hold on. Chairman Fred, what he did, he acknowledged, first of all, he acknowledged the contradictions. He didn't go in as idealist. You know what I'm saying? They were the real world. You had to put it, they was consistent even when Kennedy was in office. Kennedy had a class piece, John F. Kennedy. Kennedy, the same one that got them was responsible for the Bay of Pigs, assassination of Castro, one brother, the Green Berets, all that. But it was a class piece. He held, even when it wasn't popular, he was consistent. Nixon came in, pulled a cover up, you know what I'm saying, and forced him over. Allow them, even people get involved in struggle one of 3 ways: inspiration, aspiration, or desperation. He had a structure. He was the deputy chair. He was the chairman. That's what I be saying. That name is not ego tripping. I'm saying, goddamn it, he was the Illinois chairman. That structure. He knew that was a structure. That Doc Satchel was dead in the midst of health. You know what I'm saying? It was a structure organization. You know what I'm saying? When he went to go meet with Chief Malik, they heightened the contradiction. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. To have points of unity, but it wasn't no abstract culture nationalism that we all on the same thing.
But he went to each person that had to reach,
and knew
each person that called it.
But he knew
each person that had like
it was structure. You ain't got no fuck. These ain't no gangs now.
No, it's not.
That's the first thing you have to acknowledge. what we dealing with. You know what I'm saying? They move the court. We can't deal. See, it's a class arrogance. Say, well, I want this to be that. You know what I'm saying? Mother come in and say, I want this to be a grown man. It's a male. He assessed the situation, moved. They moved accordingly. It was not who one of the Stones told me. I didn't know. I said, man, I'm gonna tell you one thing for sure, Chan. He said, well, if it wasn't for Chan, we ran out of out of Chicago. Who he took to the meetings, who he didn't take to the meetings. All that was, it wasn't this, we all come together. It was certain, it was check. You without no structure, you ain't got no, you all these groups would say, we not the same. It's not, that's not egotistical. That's the first thing to be clear. Identify.
We not the same.
You goddamn right.
But we fighting for a common thing. And
we not.
On that.
We get no, first of all, we don't know. I'm tell you what story in Stateville Prison. When I was in Stateville Prison, our house, Captain Luther Manning was beating up. Jackie Wilson was on that wing with me. They beat motherfuckers down, throwing tear gas in there on us. This guy named Tom, I'm this guy from Aurora. In the morning, he's a GD. Lunchtime, he's a fucking Moorish American. You know, see, whichever way the fucking wind blew. You know what I'm saying? I studied it. They put, I'm studying conditions. People say, don't talk to this guy, Chairman. He's stupid. I studied the conditions. I went to the beatings got so intense. You feel me? They got so intense. I said, okay, we're going to do a hunger strike. I told one guy, this guy named Chris, I said, all I want you to do is don't speak to the police for one day. It was a revolutionary leap for him. That scared the police because he hard. You know what I'm saying? You have to put in context, what's like you working out. Me doing 10 push-ups may be different from another guy. You know what I'm saying? So I studied the situation. I didn't move. I studied. Then we moved. We called for the hunger strike. 3 days no eat. Chris he ate, but he didn't talk to the police. That scared them. You study your constituency, your time, your sense. Okay, what period of time we dealing with? What's the revolutionary elite? We organized the hunger strike, shook that motherfucker, and even the white boys, the Aryan Brotherhood, cats said, Chairman, don't fuck with them, they racist. I had them send the mail out. I was able to deal with them scientifically. Everybody can't deal with the motherfuckers scientifically. Go ahead.
But you've been doing this for many years now, and you know a lot of organizations, of course.
And it's constantly ever developing too.
But my thing is, like what you just said, you gotta narrow, you gotta, analyze, like know what you up against. So have you came to a solution?
It's ever developing. How long you been involved in this, sis?
It's just made a year.
Just made a year. Just made a year. Just made a year. I want you to go on YouTube, man. They had a group of motherfucking Chicago nigga wearing a hat like mine. They motherfucking clone. You know what I'm saying? You got motherfuckers. Look at this shit that came in the motherfucking mail. This bullshit right here. See that bogus ass logo? They trying to use Chairman Fred's name. They bogus. We exposed them motherfuckers. You follow what I'm saying? But in some states, motherfuckers take them for real. You follow what I'm saying? You follow what I'm saying? So it's ever developing. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate your energy. Go back. We done had to hide. You know what? The 2004, the fight for that street sign in Chicago, 2004. You know about that case in Chicago?
No.
We call them cases. This past election, Chicago, motherfuckers crying the blues. I can't believe such and such. We ain't got no surprises. A lot of us come in. It be new to them, you know what I'm saying? But it's ever developing. It's, you know what I'm saying? This system like coronavirus. This shit constantly readapting, reassessing itself. This capitalism. They create bogus groups, bogus leaders, you know what I'm saying? And the people's political muscle got to be able to distinguish that shit. You know what I'm saying? You think when you see some of these cases, I'm holding my tongue. They don't come fuck with us, you know what I'm saying, until they get fucked over a lot of times. You follow what I'm saying? And that's a reality. But I get 2008, 2004, man, 1991, this over and over. You know what I'm saying? But the respect I have is of our consistency. But that time, you got to keep involved in struggle. People get took out. People get locked up. I done lost soldiers to not just the penitentiary or graveyards, to relationships. You know what I'm saying? See, all that shit comes with struggle. People say chess is like life. I say, no, it ain't. Chess, you know what? Because chess, you got actual pieces. You ain't got to deal with damage, relationships, all that shit come with it. That's an organizer. So I hope I answered your question. I wish it was that easy to say, okay, I know who this person is. You have the different, you say, okay.
So you don't know by now who is really with
with
this,
with
and
what?
who ain't with that. Who's with that?
It's not a question of who's with. Sir, I got
who's not?
it's some
Because
clown
we need to
motherfuckers. I
come
got
together.
it's some fuck. I got to deal with. In many cases, I got to deal with some fucked up motherfuckers.
Mm-hmm.
But the deal is, Chairman Fred knew who the Rally Panthers was.
Mm-hmm.
He knew who the Paper Panthers was. In a dream world, you can pick our community like you put it, a used car lot.
Mm-hmm.
I got to deal with the mentally scarred, bad body parts, and broken hearts. You know what I'm saying? I got to. This ain't no car show.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people get good intentions. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Cham, I'm with you, man. My girls had a baby. You know what I'm saying? I got to deal with the fuck I got to deal with. And to come in, be on a pivot. I'm playing alley ball. This ain't the NBA. I'm playing with motherfuckers. I got to catch. A reporter said, how many members do you have? See, a lot of times it depends on how many people the police have murdered. He turns more than me black. When he hit a nigga ass, let's get down. I gotta be consistent to grab that right then. It's a sister came around us 2001. She's still moving around. You know, she couldn't believe it. She had beautiful energy. Mm-hmm. I'm flashback on right now talking to you, sis. Mm-hmm. She said, Chairman, why all the fellas don't come and do what you do? I said, sister, no disrespect. You getting down on me because your son is in jail. Mm-hmm. Oh no. I said, sister, no disrespect. And when her son got out, she was gone. Mm-hmm.
That's the problem with our people now.
That's the reality. That's the reality.
It's the problem.
Okay, we can sit there and cry the blues. The reality is with the Panther Party. I'm not going to. I was romanticizing. You know what I'm saying? They had a runtime before the government figured out who to kill and who to lock up. You know what I'm saying? They had a runtime. You couldn't. That's what structure is. You go through a street organization. It might be two niggas as go-getters, but you have an atmosphere. You can't pick out the weak links. Structure. And in certain things, you push it. You say, I wish everybody was down and committed. That sounds good. The group of Temptations, Dave Ruffin was crazy, no motherfucker all the time. But it was a structure. And to somebody tap and pull them to the side, it's supposed to gaslight them. You know what I'm saying? Man, fuck that. You should just be you. We are a structure. And certain times, certain motherfuckers can't even know the role they playing. You know what I'm saying? We had a headquarters on 54th and House. You ever heard that? The Chairman Fred the warehouse?
Yeah, I did.
1991. We had no money for no flyers. A known stool pigeon, documented stool pigeon. Mm-hmm. I said, man, how did you for a minute, man? We having a private get together this Friday and Saturday. Everybody said, Chairman, watch him. I said, again, we having a private get together. Mm-hmm. That place was packed that fucking weekend. Mm-hmm. I can deal with this knowing the fuck he is. Mm-hmm. Everybody can't do that. Motherfucker, Chairman Fred, the young patriots, the white people, you know the history? They wearing fucking Confederate flags in their jacket. Huh? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, mm-hmm. yeah. They wear Confederate flags in their fucking jacket. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. There's a lot of shit. The movie romanticized. He was who he went to, when he went to. It was a science to that shit. Season of time. But even the movie Jews Black Messiah, it's showing you of a structure, respecting the structure. A lot of us come in, are we all the same? I'm the motherfucking chairman of the Black Panther Party Cubs. I ain't bite one motherfucking tongue about that shit. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You motherfucker, the deal is we have a class arrogance. You know what I'm saying? It don't even be intentional. Remember I told you, sister. Yeah. I said, sister, I went to public school. How is your name activist? But my friend happened. You didn't mean no harm. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? A lot of motherfuckers ain't never seen no shit like a motherfucking organization like this here. That's done with his own goddamn term. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers have seen some shit with a state sanctioned some shit. You know what I'm saying? Professor, reverend, you know what I'm saying? A motherfucker stand with their own goddamn terms. The sheriff say, yeah, a motherfucker, go back and look at their relationships. They have never seen no motherfucker say, goddamn, we saying children are hungry. We ain't we're not asking what we gonna feed them. You know what I'm saying? No permits. You know what I'm saying? We came in this house. No gas. It was ODing in that hallway. We shut this motherfucker down. You know what I'm saying? We didn't care no fuck what their last name was. None of that shit. A lot of motherfuckers say when you need to talk to this lawyer, but that's a different way of organizing. A lot of you have no frame of that's a reality. No, like some females ain't never seen a man, some ain't never seen a woman. A lot of them ain't never seen no organization stand for self-determination. They first concept of black group is Black Lives Matter. They ain't never seen. You'll be surprised. A lot of motherfuckers. And again, last call for alcohol. Most of them they know about the Black Panther Party. How do they know? But they read about it. The United States government over 76% of the information about the Black Panther Party. The federal government. Motherfuckers just said the other day, they ain't know Tupac had a fucking daddy. He had two parents in the Black Panther Party. It's still shit that we don't talk about. So motherfuckers think they know about this shit. I just take the motherfuckers that had that bogus ass book. Yeah, I'm sure you know about that book.
No,
The assassination of Fred Hampton.
no, I ain't seen
What's
it.
a bogus ass motherfucker? Shut their motherfucking ass down. But see, also, let me say something real quick. It's something going on right now on Instagram right now.
Mm-hmm.
I hold my see certain things we not ready to. Lil Boosie say I tell my mother this all the time. You think people know certain things. Lil Boosie say he didn't know why all his fans was going in on him. You know why? You know why?
No.
You know who Lil Boosie is?
I know. Lil Boosie badass.
You know what? He couldn't understand why they was going in on him. He had no idea what July 4th is.
He didn't care for it. He didn't care to know what
He
it was.
he on his ass now. He said he humble. He said, I need to know.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? See, that's the time. Yeah, before that, there was no need for him to, you know what I'm saying? There was no need. See, and sometimes you need a more of a gateway drug, like Black Lives Matter or Juneteenth. You know what I'm saying? See, the revolutionary cut up too hard of a line. So motherfuckers go along with Juneteenth, you know what I'm saying? They are flooding him. Now the conversation, it couldn't have happened yesterday. That's called seizing the time. All the resources, money he got. Why would he have to listen to him? You know what I'm saying? Now that question, now is the time we kick the door in about that. Now it's a whole discussion going on now about Independence Day. So what is it, so on and so forth. Prior to that, it's premature.
And that's people's main focus, though. I just feel like if the organization that's been, got the money and all of that, I'm talking about the ones that took money from government stuff, the ones that's sitting back straight off the government money and all that, but at the same time, in the same breath, they saying they fighting for this, the injustice, but y'all not using that money because to bring a lot of people out nowadays.
What?
Like you said, we got to go through the time.
So what you do?
They want money.
Well, you bullshitting. You bullshit. You mean it's a group? You mean to tell me it's a?
I can bring money. I can bring them.
You mean to tell me it's some people out here that's getting money and don't really give a fuck about our people?
You know that.
You bullshitting.
You know that.
You got to be jiving me.
You know that, and I know it.
Okay.
And a lot of people know it to be true.
Okay. And I'm gonna tell you something else. You motherfucker don't know.
What?
Well, you ever heard of Lakeith Stanfield?
Lakeith Stanfield.
He played William O'Neill in the movie.
Okay.
Lakeith Stanfield say, Chairman, one thing I learned, man, this is what he said. There are more people who are more William O'Neills than those who are like Chairman Fred. That's the fucking reality. In this capitalist society, we outnumbered. And I'll be damned if I show my weaknesses. You know what I'm saying? For my protection, because the deal is, if a motherfucker feel how few motherfuckers, the vanguard is dead. War is two occupying armies. You swim, you boom, get out and get out. Revolution, you gain the mass of participation, the mass of the people. In Vietnam, the fucking bumblebees played a role. The prostitutes played a role. G.O.P. and Ho Chi Minh knew the difference who was who. You know what I'm saying? In the 60s, it was a climate where the devil disciples, the black disciples, the free breakfast program, stones. Don't romanticize this shit. Everybody's a revolutionary. There's revolutionary acts. It was an atmosphere that was changed. James Brown, he had a whole different song playing at first. What made him change his mind? I'm listening.
What made him change his mind to change his song?
That's I'm Black and I'm Proud. You ever heard? Maybe you had a vision. Help me out. You ever heard of H.R. Brown? H.R. Brown. Yeah.
No.
He's locked up now. Imam Jamel Amin. He told him you better go back and steward that bullshit you talking about. He came back out and said I'm Black and I'm Proud. What made Kanye West say about George Bush out of curiosity?
Kanye don't care what he say, but he speak the truth.
What made him say about George Bush? You don't like black people.
I don't know.
You don't have no idea, do you?
No. I don't know why.
Do some research on us, sister. Do some research on us. Get them. When I went 8 hours before he said the conversation I had with his motherfucking ass at Borders Bookstore. Do some research on us.
So he changed. I mean, he said when you said after the conversation.
You goddamn right. You goddamn right. What made Jay? You know what Jay-Z said at first about Chairman Fred on song with Kanye? I'd rather the same day Fred Hampton died.
Yeah.
Huh? Mm-hmm. Who took offense with it? What was our response to that? We raised the question. A lot of people, a lot of people was attacking us. You should be glad he just said your father's name. We ain't cutting no corners. On the soundtrack, he say assassinated. You know what I'm saying? Things just don't happen. Movement makes things happen. But you know what I'm saying? The deal is the dog wag the tail don't wag the dog. And believe me, when there's new energy, some people get excited. A lot of times I be hating when new forces come around. It's like some new, man, it's the first time it's like, shit.
But why would they say that y'all should be happy? Because Jay-Z said
most people, that's the reality.
For what? Because what is Jay-Z really doing out here to really help? Or what money is he putting in these?
Most motherfuckers, do you know that? Study our people. Most motherfuckers, you give some fucking attention. That's all the motherfucker need. I deal with the fucking real world. Not we can back and forth what's morally wrong and right. We deal with dialectical materialism. We come in, we assess the situation. When I was in prison, I assessed the situation. I knew it was got to the fucking bandits. Yeah, bandits. Fucking bandits. Yeah, yeah. I didn't come at this culture. Oh, we all black, we doing the same thing. I knew the rats were. I was hiding the contradictions. Stay in your motherfucking lane. That's structure. That's dialectical material. That's dealing with the real world. That's doing you a politic. Not this because you play on the lives of the people with this. You send the motherfuckers off. You know what I'm saying? One day I can talk to you, give you some green juice, or read a book to you. It's motherfuckers who for 50 years, really a child, get a political line. You can see as a child who want to be what? Their aspirations. And we all got different situations in our life that impact. Deal is they acknowledge it and move accordingly.
Exactly.
When the motherfucker come in with this whole thing about, well, I don't understand what this person, it's certain things. A motherfucker, man, ain't got no frame of reference of black people. They ain't never seen a black man or black woman or black organization they like.
So you don't feel like it's enough for us, like people with the man, like
with
the fight. I mean, you to make a to
we know each other through what? Through contested conditions. You know what I'm saying? That's how we know each other through struggle. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gotta answer the question. Through struggle, we find out who is who. Through struggle, there's certain questions motherfucker ain't gotta ask. The state know who is who. And that's why certain rappers can get certain money, certain movements don't get funded. They know who's who. So it's certain questions you ain't gotta ask. Motherfuckers know who is who. You know what I'm saying? But if you ever believe that we not outnumbered, shit. But the deal is, the Minister UEP don't never use the word split. Just because the motherfucker ain't with the movement, don't mean they get with the state. The Panthers have a term called jackanape. Again, a lot of motherfuckers just go whichever way the fucking wind blow.
Right.
And that's the reality. A lot of us ain't got no backbone, no principle. Just when we up the ante, the force of them, you better be on a winning team. That's it. So they ain't no just because motherfuckers get with the move, they with the state though. A lot of us go whichever the wind blow. And the state know that. They know the rappers and shit. They say they love it. They know the motherfuckers in the army don't give no fuck about U.S. Army. It's a TV show which y'all watch called Ruthless. It's about a cult. It really shows you. It's called Ruthless. It's about a cult, and it show you the different motherfuckers in there. Some just in there for some money. Some want some girls. Some really believe in the shit. That's their system. This shit ain't that simple. It's black and white. Motherfucker with, you know what I'm saying? In street organizations, you think all the vice lords believe in vice lord? You think all the disciples believe in, huh? Shit.
Ain't no more.
Well, I mean, even okay. When it existed, do you think all of them with that?
No.
But it was an atmosphere. You didn't know who was who. You didn't know who was who. That's what I'm talking about. We said the climate. Don't even ask the question. Ain't got to be asked. Who down? You said the atmosphere. It ain't cool for certain shit. A climate where motherfuckers don't feel comfortable going on open essence TV shows and shit. You know what I'm saying? Saying the shit they say about our people. You know what I'm saying? A climate where motherfuckers don't feel comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Opportunist ass organizations that speak for us. A climate where motherfuckers come get them false flags at the Black Panther Party. You pick up on that shit. A climate where motherfuckers don't feel comfortable calling sister bitches and shit. You know what I'm saying? You coming to you dealing with the reality is you get into the goddamn climate. With females, everybody, their mama calling us bitches. Did you see the BTS? Did you see the girl calling the boy Lil Uzi a bitch? It's common. That's my point exactly. It's common. Nobody see nothing wrong with that. It's sad, but it's a reality. The deal is to set an atmosphere where certain shit ain't cool. So you know what I'm saying? So motherfuckers can't pick out the weak motherfuckers. And if you're worried about time, Malcolm X said the collective conscience of the people ticks slowly, but an irreversible volcanic force that make Mount St. Helena look like nothing. Let me get a little history on the back. Some other romanticized the 60s. You had a time period where motherfuckers saying, I'm wearing my hair fried, dyed, laid to the side. Act your age, not your color. On four, you had the devil disciples. You had another branch on fourth called the FBI Stones. You had a movement, a climate up the ante. Motherfuckers said, stood up the Black Peace Stone Nation. Do you know the FBI told the vice lords they'd get them 16th Street if the Panthers can open a free medical on 16th Street? You know that?
I heard about that.
What happened with that?
I just heard that what you just said.
What happened with that? What happened? Did it just stop? What happened? They ended up working in the free medical center. How did they do it? What happened? They got a vision? What happened?
No.
Huh? Chairman Fred, when they dropped these brothers and sisters, one on certain points of unity. You know what I'm saying? They worked at the free medical center. The federal government said when the Black Panther Party was in existence, there's a record law they call black on black crime. You know what I'm saying? This house right here, 5 years ago, motherfuckers in that hallway, ODing. We clean motherfucking house over here. They gave my quote in the police station. You know what my quote was? Handcuffs and casting before we abandon it. See, the chair you sitting in, Daniel Kaluuya, Dominique Fishman, all them sat in this table in that movie. They ain't never seen no motherfucker say, we got to meet with y'all too. They had no frame of reference to that. The movie was going to go without touching down with us.
You said some drug addicts was in this.
Yeah, I said they was OD. I said more than that. And now you goddamn right. What made them leave? The weather?
No, I said when this happened.
Before we got that 5 years ago. Go look on some of my old radio shows. They was in that motherfucker. Next door, it was 9 overdoses. What changed it? The weather?
No, you did.
No. Goddamn, the Black Panther Party comes in the community did. True. Atmosphere. It wasn't cool for certain shit. Even motherfuckers getting the more, I say, man, that's a no-go right there, man. That's revolution. It's the process. It was certain shit that we couldn't do initially. It was premature. You know what I'm saying? Even though we say, okay, I'm ready for this here. I just came in, I've been around, I'm ready to make this one. It was premature. We had heightened the contradictions. People had to see the differences. The thing, say, hold on, just because that person's last name happened don't mean it with the movement. Don't mean it this is Chairman Fred's legacy. And it wasn't about my house, it's about Chairman Fred's legacy.
That is a fact.
So people got to be able to distinguish when you're making a movement, it ain't about no personal gain. And the motherfucker take the energy, well, I'm ready for it. Tell me who is. It's some question you ain't see. I come from a cloth. When I grew up, street niggas, it was insulting asking them for their real name.
So 5 years ago, you telling me that this house, someone else had control over yo.
Do you know the history of the house? So please do some research. Chairman Mao Zedong said no investigation, no right to speak. Real talk. They were salting the earth, sis. Everywhere where the Black Panther Party was at throughout the country, they flooded it with dope. Not just here, Baltimore, West Oakland, Monroe and Weston. That's what I'm saying. Do you know his tombstone? You know how his tombstone says? The Chairman Fred's tombstone. You know how his tombstone? There you go right there, right there. They shoot it up every year. The police.
I was just about to say they shoot it up, but that's like disrespect. And
what we do about it, sis? So why you talking about it? It's wrong. What we do about it?
What do you do about it?
No. That's what we do.
What y'all do about it?
Go check what happened to a bulletproof motherfucking casing, not a cover, a casing over that motherfucker. See, we don't talk about, this wrong, we're just booing. We heighten the contradictions to the point when he's buried in Haynesville, Louisiana. We have won Stephen Lynn, other comrade. We work on the case with Ronald Green. See, when we deal with it, it's not an individual. We're not heroes. We're revolutionary. So when we deal with it, we politicize the people. So they themselves can get involved in the change. That part down there, we change not just this house, it's bigger than the building, more significant than the structure. This is a food desert. That community refrigerator we got out there. This came as a result.